If you guys are new to the channel, my old lady does me a solid. She looks up ChickToks online and sends them to me. And occasionally, there's one that's really good and I can make a great video showing you about the human condition. For every one of them that's any good, there's 30 that are absolute trash. So sit down and welcome to a bunch of... don't let her do a girls' night out either. Can't play this music, but when your girlfriend's on vacation with the girls, but is really fucking the locals. I think that's literally a Cancun foam party, by the way. And the thing is blurry because you're in the bar and the lights are bad, but you wouldn't believe how many times, like my brother loves Cancun, my girl is originally from the southern Baja, so I travel down there way too much for a guy who doesn't even like Mexico, but whatever. And how many times you'll go to like a club there or a bar or whatever, and you see like 4 white chicks, 4 Canadian girls, 4 American girls. They're always there by themselves. And they all have like, I've been married for 3-4 year haircuts. It's kind of like the transition from like, I'm a strong and independent single woman to I just got married to we're about to have a kid to I don't think this is working out between us levels of hair. And yeah, it's always got to be some Guido-looking dude, some Guido-looking local. Doesn't even speak the language, barely can stand on his own 2 legs. He can't walk without tripping on his jawline, and they're like all over it. And I'm just thinking, that poor bastard at home probably helped pay for this vacation. Here, honey, why don't you teach me what it's going to cost me to lose my kid in a divorce? And you're like, all right, well, I wish you learned. And I hate putting those what's up on here because when I do those, a lot of guys are like, oh, this is why I've decided to date my hand instead. And I'm like, you're kind of missing the point, dudes. Just keep your head on a swivel. These things don't fall out of the sky. And if you think this is hard and all these girls are Machiavellian overlords, one of them actually ratted out the 30-year-olds. So here, take this, learn from it, sirs. The average night of a 30-year-old girl. Scrolling TikTok. Boy messages me. Good chats. Takes ages to reply. Puts phone down because I'm sleepy. Checks the phone again. No notifications. Looks at new Hinge likes. No! Rolls over to try and sleep. Cat cuddles. Starts to violently claw. Pushes the cat off the bed. No messages. Goes on TikTok. Watches tarot cards reading saying boys ain't shit. Gets upset because the tarot card lady is right. Didn't even say good night. Did he message? No. Imagining fake scenarios. Rolo cuddles. She has a dog named Rolo? Fair enough. Rolo leaves. I can't believe she did that. I can't believe she did that. Dudes, you do not have to put up with nothing. You don't. And it's not because women ain't shit, and it's not because you're a special little man and your mom thinks you're great, so these girls think you're great too. It's because we are in the land of abundance. This is what most girls are like if they're single in their late 20s to late 30s. I'm telling you this. My girl has a bunch of them as friends. She tells me all the stuff they're into, and it's sad and it's boring. And the best part is, that's like boredom waiting to be entertained. Just waiting to be entertained. So yeah, as long as you're not boring and you're somewhat fun.
I asked Listen, why did you kill everybody in the house?
Because they was home.
It could be damned amazing work for you. Now, granted, you got to be attractive first, because if you're not, you're going to be the guy that's having the great conversation. But yeah, do the guy who doesn't answer because you got something better to do. Yeah, I could go into it more, but I don't want to shit on her. Sounds like she's got it bad enough anyways. Oh, speaking of which, and remember, oh, I feel bad. She's 30 and nobody loves her and the cat won't love her and the dog leaves her. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Oh, speaking of which, look at this with the hello fellow children.
You know those guys on the dating apps that are like 38, 39 and they're like, no kids, never married. And it's like, okay, well, can you just tell us what your issue is then?
Part of me wants to laugh at this and part of me wants to sympathize because, like, she's not wrong. Here's the thing. If a guy is good at relationships and he wants to be in a relationship, he'll get in a relationship. Same as girls. And they all are the ones that get into relationships in like their 20s and their early 30s and stuff like that. Once you get to about 40, you have two types of guys. They have the leftovers, the ones who are missing the skills or talents required to be in a relationship, or you got the guys that have been in a relationship, are good at it, maybe bad at it, and then they get out of the relationship, usually because the girl pulls some thottery. But sometimes maybe it's just him's like, I'm tired of your shit, I gotta go. Doesn't matter. So when she's talking about like, this is probably like date 2, date 3, she's 30, never dated before, or she's a single mom, she's like, what's your problem? And then the guy realizes like, dude, I just got back from Vietnam and you want me to go on a safari in the jungle? Like, no, that's what's wrong with me. Of course, the other guys are like absolute trash and you end up on that Love is Blind show, but whatever. Oh, did I have that? I did. All right, guys, who's ready for some like cultural appropriation shit here? Here we go. Oh.
Men will still pick a blonde over you any day. Guys, I think I just found Shake from Love is Blind's burner account.
If you guys don't know who Shake is and what the Love is Blind thing is, go watch Don. He's the one who's like, I love breaking down Netflix shows to show male and female dynamics. It's just a bunch of like stunted adults acting like children, have to get married before they meet each other, and then you find out why they're single in like their mid-30s. It's like anybody who's in a good relationship loves this show because it's like watching Jerry Springer with better incomes, less shaved heads. That's all I'm gonna say. But the reason that stuff kind of resonates is because there's a real concern amongst the Southeast Asian community. For guys, it's that the girls only date white guys. All of our good Indian women only date white men. And then when they want to settle down and impress their parents, they meet a good Indian boy. And the guy's like, I don't want to be the sloppy, 407ths for these guys. Why didn't you like me before when I was in my 20s and you were in your teens or 20s or whatever age it was? But a lot of the guys who are kind of, swinging dicks, the Chads, the Sikhs that I used to grow up with back in the day, they were the same way. Any blonde, it was all about the blondes, the hot blondes. And then the unattractive Southeast Asian dudes were always about the hot blondes, but they weren't hot blondes, but they were blonde. It's almost like this weird fetish thing where, she's ugly and pasty and whatever, but is blonde, she checks the box. And then a lot of those women get mad because those guys, eventually they're starting to have moms who are a little bit more lenient. It's like, whatever, I just want him to get married at this point. I don't care to what. And so now all these people are mad that they're not, marrying good Indian boys and good Indian women, and everybody's sad and everybody's alone. And case in point, this chick here is like 27, 28, hasn't settled down, and she's watching Love is Blind. So she knows, like, she's smiling, but on the inside, you can feel that. That's like, my parents didn't immigrate and work themselves to the bone for this, did they? I'm sorry to say they did. But that's okay, because girls bitching about dating is a universal quality.
So I gotta be real with you guys. You look like f***ing clowns.
When guys in their late 20s spends weekends going to the nightclubs and hooking up with 18-year-olds. You notice that? It was never trying to hook up with 18-year-olds. It was that they were. First off, I don't know where she is, because I think the drinking age in like Alberta is 18 and Quebec. In the States, it's like 21. So why are they at nightclubs with 18-year-olds? Maybe this is just like a big Alberta-specific one. I don't know. Maybe let me know in the chat. But yeah. Girls are mad when other girls infringe on their territory. What you're watching is Pepsi have an aggressive anti-Coke campaign there. Because Coke is younger and tighter and more pleasant and doesn't have single kids in the thing and no divorces under its belt. I just wanted a Pepsi. Just a fun Pepsi. It's like, no, you're a misogynist. You need to go after this. You need to go after this old wrinkly Coke with its TikTok filters. And can we take a minute, by the way, to bitch about that on TikTok? Did you guys know that TikTok does a filter? It doesn't even matter if you turn one on or not to fix your face. So like every girl you see on TikTok is immediately got like the the blurred out Vaseline face, and you don't know what's underneath there. So it's like you're not even talking to people. This is literally the girls' version of what's that? There's this gamer streaming thing where you stream a game but you make yourself into an anime chick and then you do it on there. Somebody help me out here. I don't know the name of these things. It's what the Zoomers are doing now. So you're looking at some like big boba anime waifu. In reality, it's like Stanley, the 27-year-old IT developer. It's like the same thing like that, but for like chicks in their 30s. But I don't know what to tell you. But there's some hope at the end of the tunnel. A lot of depressing chicks bitching about their love life, bitching about their husband, bitching about everything, except for having to go to the Mexican Cancun foam party with their friends. They seem to like not bitching about that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Those are some TikToks.
Single moms. A horrible position that's not my problem.